this is Warhawk Beyond 2040, and welcome to another edition of the Progressive Rock and Metal Album Review Series. And today I'm going to be taking a look at another 2023 release, this time from one of the true icons of the prog rock genre, the one and only singer, keyboardist, composer, and multi-instrumentalist Neal Morse. And this is his newest recording for Frontiers Records, The Dreamer, Joseph, Part 1. So, this marks the first time in 3 years since 2020's Sola Gratia that Neal Morse has recorded and released an album featuring new material. And this also marks Neal Morse's 10th studio album that he has released in his solo career. Now, that's not to say that Neal Morse has just done 10 solo albums. This guy is very prolific and he has a variety of different careers for different styles of music. And this guy has put out a lot of albums. And aside from his work as a solo artist, he is, of course, formerly of Spock's Beard. He's played with Transatlantic, Flying Colors. He also leads his own band, NMB, aka the Neal Morse Band. He's also got the band with Randy George and Mike Portnoy. Also got a band with Nick Vivirgilio and Ross Jennings. You name it, Neal Morse has pretty much done it all, really, in his solo career, and he's still going very, very strong with no signs of slowing down. And one thing I can honestly say about Neal Morse is he's super talented. You know, he can do it all. He is the ultimate musical chameleon and highly versatile. He can be very proggy, he can be very heavy, he can be very poppy, you name it. There isn't anything this guy can't do. He is so damn good and so talented, and he can write a tune, and he can really write an epic. He is one of those guys. He can really stretch out a song and take it as long as he wants and as far as he goes. That's how good Neal Morse really is. So, The Dreamer, Joseph Part 1, pretty much picks up from 2019's Jesus Christ the Exorcist. And anyone who has followed Neal Morse's solo career, he's very spiritual and very religious, very deep into religion. And if you listen to a lot of his albums, they do kind of tap into the Bible and other religious aspects. And he also has released a number of worship albums under his name. So once again, Neal Morse does another concept album. So there's obviously a cast of characters, and with a cast of characters, you of course have special guests. So let's have a look at what we got here. So there is the lyrics of each song, and we've got some more lyrics here too. And some more lyrics as well. And there's a few like instrumental overtures as well. And some more lyrics as well. And we've got like the list of musicians and who plays what character. So the cast we have for Joseph is Neal Morse is Joseph, Ted Leonard is Judah, Matt Smith is Reuben, Talon David is the Procya's wife, Jake Livgren is the slave driver, Will Morse is Simon, Mark Prague is Jacob, and the musicians that are featured on this album is we've got Neal Morse on guitars, keyboards, and percussion and bass, and he's featured on drums as well on one track. And we've also got Eric Gillette on guitar from the Neal Morse Band, and he's also featured on drums. We've got the legendary Steve Morse from Deep Purple and Flying Colors on guitar. We've also got Gabe Klein on drums, Gideon Klein on bass, Sam Hunter on guitars, Mark Lenigear on saxophone, Paul Farmer on harmonica, Jim Hoke on saxophone as well, Andre Madiken on guitar, Hunter Kieran on French horn, Harmony Hall and Devon Falquez and Kim Mons on background vocals, Josie Klein, Hannah Tyler, Carl Larson, and Gideon Klein on string quartet, and the Blair Children's chorus choral as well. And as I mentioned already, we've got Ted Leonard from Spock's Beard, Enchants, and Pattern Seeking Animals. And all of the music is written and composed by Neal Morse. And as you'd expect from a guy as super talented as Neal Morse, you've got a prog ages, and like I've always said before, Neal Morse packs so much energy and so much power into his material that you can't help but be drawn into his lyrics and the concept and the story that's being heavily involved in the album. It's just an amazing recording, and Neal Morse has never put out a bad album as far as I'm concerned. I've seen Neal Morse many, many times live with Transatlantic, Flying Colors, and the Neal Morse Band, and as well as his solo shows as well. He really knows how to deliver, and he definitely puts the prog in prog epic. You know, he is an amazing composer and a fantastic singer. So the tracks we got is Overture, Prologue, Before the World Was, A Million Miles Away, Burns Like a Wheel, Liar Liar, The Pit, Like a Wall, Gold Dust City, Slave Boy, Out of Sight, Out of Mind, Wait on You, I Will Wait on the Lord, Overture Reprise, Ultraviolet Dreams, Heaven in Charge of Hell, and Why Have You Forsaken Me? Very powerful stuff here. A great collection of songs, lots of cool instrumentals, some powerful vocals from Neal Morse, and it's one of those albums you've really got to listen to in its entirety to really get the full scale and scope of what Neal Morse and his music is all about. And it's very enjoyable and, like I said, epic. And great guitar playing from Eric Gillette and Steve Morse. You know, what more can you ask for? Neal Morse always delivers the goods and never disappoints. So, standout tracks for me are Overture, Prologue, Before the World Was, Liar Liar, The Pit, Out of Sight, Out of Mind, Wait on You, I Will Wait on the Lord, Overture Reprise, and Heaven in Charge of Hell, and the closer, Why Have You Forsaken Me? Fantastic album, and once again, another masterpiece from, in my opinion, one of the true icons of the prog rock genre, Neal Morse. He always knows how to pack a hell of a punch with his music. So, so there you have it. Neal Morse, The Dreamer, Joseph Part 1. And there is going to be a follow up album called The Restoration, Joseph Part 2, which is set to be released in 2024. So that is definitely going to be something worth checking out when it does come out. And I'm really looking forward to picking up my copy of that album. It's going to be an absolute true epic, as only Neal Morse can deliver. So there you have it. Neal Morse, The Dreamer, Joseph, Part 1. Excellent stuff. So that's going to be it from me. I'm going to wrap this up now. What's your favourite track from The Dreamer, Joseph, Part 1? Is it Overture, Prologue, Before the World Was, A Million Miles Away, Burns Like a Wheel, Liar Liar, The Pit, Like a Wall, Goldust City, Slave Boy, Wait on You, I Will Wait on the Lord, Ultraviolet Dreams, Heaven in Charge of Hell, or Why Have You Forsaken Me? There's no right or wrong answer. We all have our favourite tracks. You know what to do, guys. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave your thoughts and comments down below, and I will see all of you next time for another edition of the Progressive Rock and Metal Album Review Series. So until then, take care, everybody, and stay safe. And once again, as always, much appreciated. Thanks for listening.